I'm just going to lay out a recipe for how this market ultimately can get through these next couple of weeks, how it can keep going higher after they occur. I'm going to give you a 15-point checklist of what needs to go right before a rally can have real staying power. And unfortunately, and I will stress this several times, you need all the 15 points. You know what? It's like Woodrow Wilson. Remember that guy? He was president. All right, first, we need some good news on the employment front. August not so hot non-farm payroll report has dogged us ever since we saw it, hasn't it? This is the single most important piece of data out there. If we can get a big number in a few weeks, then we conclude that the lack of expanded unemployment benefits is solving the labor shortage, although given that many states eliminated these benefits months ago, this is not a sure thing. Remember, this is not a checklist for the squeamish. I'm not going to come out here and say, hey, we did that. No, these are hard, okay? This is like chemistry, not like, exposition writing. Remember that? We talked in that chemistry class, and you're going to get blown out. You're never going to get to graduate school. This is a little more like Chem 10. Second, inflation must moderate. Any business that's planning its budget for next year has to assume for once that maybe prices won't keep rising, because right now when you put pen to paper, they all do. At this rate, those businesses might not be able to afford to expand. Who wants to open up a second place to lose money if you're already losing money in the first place? If inflation moderates, something that could happen once we finish bouncing back from Hurricane Ida, well, that would be a huge positive. Third, just in terms of just pure boredom, frankly, the chip shortages need to abate. I was going to have Lay's chips out here. That's how desperate I am. It's pathetic how hostage we are to the semiconductor industry in this country. Historically, the outsourced chip manufacturers prefer to focus on high-performance chips, like the ones designed by NVIDIA or AMD, because that's where the money is. But that's causing shortages in more downscale chips. We call them feature-full chips. And that's the Buckaroo chips that go in to make your car work, all right? That's what drives autos. Unfortunately, the margins of these chips are so small that until we get more manufacturing capacity, the shortages could continue. And unless people say, listen, you know what, we're going to pay a lot more and work with you closely, these semiconductor companies aren't going to play ball. No one is expecting this problem to go away. Most tech executives, including Cisco's Chuck Robinson, who we will hear from later in the show, think that the chip shortage is far from over. That's why it would be such a huge positive to suddenly see some relief in this basic building block of electronics that, frankly, I have never seen in all my career. And I traded Intel in the 80s. I've never seen this happen before, and it's gone on too long. Fourth item on the checklist, and this is related, we need to fix our supply chain problems. Right now, getting something from point A to point B is a nightmare. We don't have enough truck drivers, we don't have enough workers or factories, and we can't get the packaging we need because the demand for paper and plastic is too great. Factories are still shutting down thanks to COVID outbreaks and lack of vaccination. Yes, I do applaud all those people who think they have a right to get me sick, but I wish you'd go away. The rising cost of oil, the force majeure of paint ingredients, the endless wait for fixtures or washers or dryers. These shortages are freezing the economy. It needs to thaw if business is going to pick up.
Don't miss a second of Mad Money. Follow @Jim Cramer on Twitter. Have a question? Tweet Cramer. #MadTweets. Send Jim an email to madmoney@cnbc.com or give us a call at 1-800-743-CNBC. Miss something? Head to madmoney.cnbc.com.